up, Guardians? I'm back bringing you the Vyllence in this latest video where I'll be talking about Destiny and how it stacks up to The Division. It took me some time to come up with an idea for a video because, you know, honestly, there's not much to do in Destiny anymore. I mean, I've just been doing the challenge mode raid just to get some gear, and that's about it. I haven't been doing much in this game. Yeah, but oh wait, there's this nifty little glitch that I could tell you guys about where you could stand on the totems and not get any damage, which you see me doing, but that's besides the point. In this video, I wanted to do a straight up comparison between Destiny and The Division, like I said earlier, and talk about the pros and cons of both games and ultimately say, hey, I like this game more than I like that game. And if you're thinking, oh Vyllence, you're a Destiny fanboy, you're obviously going to say Destiny's way better. And just wait, okay? I haven't said that yet, God! So yeah, for those of us that don't know about Destiny, which is hard to imagine at this point, considering you're watching a channel about Destiny, it's a sci-fi fantasy first-person shooter with MMORPG elements. And while the developers at Bungie would want to tell you, it's not an MMO, stop calling it that! The gameplay is best described as a monster mash between Halo and World of Warcraft. Shooting guns and space magic. Booyah! Destiny was supposed to be Bungie's first stride into next-gen gaming, and was supposed to wow players with its depth and immersed story and amazing gameplay, what have you, and all the bells and whistles. Instead, Destiny disappointed the hell out of everyone due to its very limited story, horrible voice acting, and its lack of any in-game backstory. For those that got past that, we had to put up with RNG loot, which was oftentimes unfair, glitches and random fixes that did more harm to the game than good. Despite all this, the Destiny loyal like myself managed to put in several hours of gameplay every week, doing raids, PvP events, nightfall strikes, heroic strikes to farm for gear, trying to get yourself up to 320 as much as possible and get your character looking extra nice. But as it stands right now, Destiny is going through a dry phase with no foreseeable DLC on the horizon. People are speculating that, ooh, Destiny 2 is coming out soon, Bungie must have something planned. I don't know about that, but they said that they didn't have anything planned officially, so I'm going based off of that. And like a lot of other players, are getting bored of this game and are moving away. Hell, I can do heroic strikes so many times a week and no more, right? Now, if you haven't played this game before, don't let anything negative that I'm saying stop you from picking it up. It really is a fun game to try, and if you're familiar with games that can get a bit grindy, then you won't have a problem with this game. As a matter of fact, you might get addicted. I mean, I've been playing this game like consecutively for the past, like what, since it came out in September last year? Yeah, I've been playing this game for that long. So I can tell you that this game can get addictive. But once you've completed everything and have obtained all the weapons and gear you possibly wanted, until the new DLC comes out, you're not really gonna get bored, you know? Moving on from Destiny, I managed to pre-order a gold copy of The Division, which is set to release on March 8th of this year. I also got to play the beta too, which was released on the 28th of January for Xbox users and the 29th for PC and PlayStation 4 users. The beta expires today, however, but I still managed to get a video about me drawing dicks on people's cars. Now, unlike Bungie, Ubisoft has given us pretty much all the backstory we needed. A virus was released on Black Friday which crippled our economy and brought mankind to the brink of extinction, and now it's up to us, the agents of the Division, to restore society and bring back hope to its survivors.
We're Guardians, yeah!
Now, both The Division and Destiny have their similarities in that they're both games set in the distant future where mankind is all but extinct and we have to fight to restore the world to what it was before the collapse. The significant difference here being The Division's lack of space aliens or mystic powers. The Division can be best described as Watch Dogs, a good Watch Dogs, mind you, meets Gears of War mixed with Guild Wars. It takes a more realistic approach in every sense, given that the time to kill is so quick. You'll find most of your firefights being done from behind cover. Though there's not much available in the beta, we were at least given a glimpse of the character customization screen where we got to choose our gender and our appearance, which were limited to 3 ethnicities and a couple of cosmetic things like hair and so on and so forth. After the intro cinematics, we had a quick tutorial leading up into a single hostage rescue mission, which ends up with a boss battle on the roof. Once that's done, you could either replay the mission on a harder difficulty for more gear, or you could do a few side missions which involve killing thugs, exploring quarantine buildings, or obtaining materials which would repair the job functions back at home base. Once that's finished though, there's nothing left to do but to go into the dark zone, which is kinda like the Badlands of the game. I can tell you guys that when I first went in there solo, I died so many times by random players who just see you, say hi, and then shoot you. I definitely recommend rolling with a crew if you want to minimize the amount of times you die here. Now if you're a PvP pushover, then you're probably thinking,
Ew, that sounds scary. Why would I want to go in the dark zone?
I gotta tell you that the dark zone is the best place to go to get loot, as higher tier enemies and area bosses often spawn occasionally and oftentimes drop really nice weapons and gear. You have to keep in mind, however, that items that drop in the dark zone are contaminated and you can only carry 6 of those at a time. If that's not bad enough, if you die in the dark zone, all the items that you picked up while in there will be dropped for your killer to steal.
Ew, that's even more scarier. I don't want to go in the dark zone.
Jesus, it's not that bad. All you have to do is ensure that you do extractions every once in a while and make sure that your gear kinda gets safely out of the dark zone. I gotta warn you though, whenever you're doing an extraction, everyone in the entire area is alerted to your extraction, so they could easily just roll upon you and kill you, you know. So you gotta make sure that when you're doing an extraction, you kind of buckle down and you look out for anything that comes along the way. Anyone, and I mean anyone, that comes to you could possibly just kill you and take what you have.
Vyllence, stop, you're scaring away all the noobs, man, God.
Maybe that's my plan. Anyway, once your stuff's extracted, your gear is safely in your stash back at home base where you can collect it safely and you can equip it or do whatever you want to do with it. On another note, The Division, like Destiny and probably every other MMO out there, has different tiers of weapons and gear for you to collect, ranging from white being the lowest tier, to greens, blues, purples, and yellows being the highest quality. Equipping different weapons will affect your primary stats, being your health, your armor, your DPS, and your skill, and also provide you with additional perks. The best part of this game, I gotta say, is the weapons customization. It's so deep due to the amount of different weapons with different stats, different perks, and different mods that are available in-game, so much so that there's an endless combination you could use to personalize your weapon. The worst part of this demo was a dark zone, and I know that it's just a beta and some things need to get worked on, but there were so many exploits that I just ripped my hair out. First of all, there were some players who managed to get their health above 7k, so they just go around tanking damage and killing everyone, and you couldn't do anything to stop them, because most players could only get their stats up to 3000 or 4000 tops. And even if they get manhunted by a large amount of players, they can easily go to the out of bounds area where they get automatically teleported to the safe house, and they can just wait until their rogue status is ended and then repeat the cycle again. Doing this gives them a shitload of cash and rewards, and if you ask me, that's totally unfair. Another thing is that friendly fire is a bitch. If you're trying to take on a rogue agent, whether you're tossing a grenade or you're shooting directly at them, and someone runs into the line of fire for you, you'll hit them and you automatically become a rogue agent, and you'll get targeted by everybody. Which is so stupid. They run in front of you while you're shooting the bad guy, and then they get hit and you automatically become the bad guy. That's dumb as fuck. Lastly, there's some times when you just be walking down the street, you know, minding your own business. No one's near you, you're just walking and then you're dead. Yeah, you just die. And when you look at the kill feed, it says nothing. Yeah, that actually happens. It's kind of similar to, you know, getting killed by the architects. One thing they could improve upon as well is implementing a fast travel that's not really a fast travel. Yes, The Division has fast travel where you can get teleported to your friend's location or home base, which is handy, but inside the dark zone, you have to slowly make your way everywhere you go, making you an easy target for anything and everything around you. One of my friends mentioned that if he could, he'd just ride a bicycle or ride horseback. And I was like, hey, that's actually a pretty good idea. I don't know if Ubisoft would ever do something like that, but it would be nice to be able to quickly get away from an unwanted encounter, especially if you're playing solo and you're being hunted by a group of rogue agents. Yeah. Overall, I'm looking forward to this game, and I hope that Ubisoft does consider a lot that I've said, because other people are saying the same thing as well. I just want the game to be as best as it could be, given that most of us already paid for the gold bundle at a whopping $100, and the last thing we'd want it to be is just like, you know, Assassin's Creed, or Watch Dogs, or Destiny. So please, Ubisoft, please don't break our hearts. Please. In conclusion, is this game a Destiny killer? Yes and no. For a lot of players that I know, they will no longer be playing Destiny when the Division comes out. But in my opinion, the two games, despite being very similar, have their own differences that promote their own playtime. At this current time, I'll probably be playing the Division in between the weekly challenge mode resets. That is until the new DLC drops and I have more to do in Destiny. The Division's a fun game. It's probably one of the better ones to play right now. But I won't drop Destiny. And that's about it. Well, that's all the time I have for this week, Guardians. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up, share it with a friend, or subscribe to my channel for more content just like this. If you got something to say, hit me up on Facebook or Twitter, or drop a comment here below. I'm also on Google Plus as well. So yeah, and thank you for watching, Guardians, and until next time, be legendary.